Hi, folks. Welcome to Rigid's Quantum, the Domino Effect, Chapter 7, The Science of Small Steps. The most profound transformation in human history did not happen through dramatic leaps. They emerged from the accumulation of microscopic changes that reached a critical mass. Your personal evolution follows the same principle. Understanding the science behind small steps is not just intellectually fascinating, it's a key to unlocking sustainable transformation that compounds into extraordinary results. The neuroscience of incremental change. Your brain is simultaneously your greatest ally and your most formidable obstacle to change. Every time you attempt something new, your brain's threat detection system, the amygdala, sounds the alarm. This ancient survival mechanism interprets change as danger, triggering stress responses that make you want to return to familiar patterns. But here is a fascinating part. Your brain cannot distinguish between a small change and a larger one when it comes to threat assessment. The same neural alarm that fires when you try to transform your entire life also fires when you change one tiny habit. This is why the small steps strategy is so neurologically sound. The minimum viable change principle. In the startup world, there is a concept called the minimum viable product, the smallest version of something that can still function and provide value. I want you to think about transformation the same way. What's a minimum viable change that can still create a quantum shift? Examples of minimal viable changes: taking 3 conscious breaths before checking your phone, writing one sentence of gratitude before bed, drinking one extra glass of water each day, standing up and stretching once every hour, saying one kind thing to yourself in the mirror. These changes seem almost ridiculously small, but that's exactly the point. They are so small that your brain resistance mechanisms don't activate, allowing you to bypass the internal struggle that usually sabotages bigger changes. The compound effect in neural networks. Every time you perform a small action, you are laying down new neural pathways. Think of these pathways like walking trails in a forest. The first time you walk a new trail, you have to push through undergrowth and navigate around obstacles. But each time you walk that same path, it becomes clearer and easier to navigate. But after 7 to 10 repetitions of a small action, you begin to see measurable changes in brain structure. The neurons that wire together through repetition started firing together automatically, creating what neuroscientists call automaticity, the ability to perform actions without conscious effort. The timeline of neural change. Day 1 to 7, neural activation. New neural pathways begin forming. The action requires conscious effort and attention. Day 8 to 21, pathway strengthening. The neural pathways becomes more robust. The action starts feeling slightly more natural. Day 22 to 66, automaticity development. The pathways become so well established that the action begins to feel automatic. Day 67 plus, identity integration. The action becomes part of who you are, not just what you do. The quantum mechanics of small action. At the quantum level, reality operates on the principle of probability clouds. Every action you take collapses infinite possibilities into a single outcome, but here is what's remarkable. Small actions collapse possibilities just as actively as large ones. When you take a small, consistent action aligned with your desired future, you are essentially voting for that reality. Each vote strengthens the probability of that outcome manifesting. This is why consistency matters more than intensity. It's not about the size of each vote, but the cumulative effect of voting reportedly for the same future. The dopamine reward system. Your brain's reward system releases dopamine not just when you achieve a goal, but in anticipation of achieving it. Small, easily as achievable actions create frequent dopamine releases, which reinforces the behavior and makes you want to continue. Large, difficult goals, on the other hand, provide dopamine only upon completion. If you complete them at all, this creates a motivation valley where your brain receives no reward for weeks or months, making it increasingly difficult to maintain the behavior. The strategic dopamine approach: choose actions so small that completion is virtually guaranteed. Celebrate each completion with genuine appreciation. Gradually increase the difficulty as the behavior becomes automatic. Stack multiple small wins throughout the day. The identity shift through micro confirmations. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you believe yourself to be when you meditate for 5 minutes. You're voting for being a meditator when you write one sentence in a journal. You're voting for being a writer When you do 10 push-ups, you're voting for being fit. These micro confirmations are incredibly powerful because they bypass the ego's resistance to identity change. Your ego might resist thinking of yourself as totally healthy, but it cannot argue with evidence of health promoting behaviors. The fractal nature of transformation. In mathematics, fractals are patterns that repeat at every scale. The same pattern appears whether you zoom in or zoom out. Transformation works similarly. The same principles that govern small changes also govern large ones. Consistency compounds, feedback loops, accelerate progress, resistance decreases over time, identity shifts through action. This fractal nature means that mastering small changes gives you the template for mastering large ones. You're not just changing a behavior, you're learning the universal principles of transformation. The butterfly effect in personal change. The butterfly's effect states that small changes in initial conditions can lead to dramatically different outcomes in complex systems. Your life is one such complex system with countless interconnected variables influencing your experience. A small change in one area often triggers unexpected improvements in seemingly unrelated areas. Morning meditation might improve your business negotiation. Drinking more water might enhance your emotional regulation. Taking stairs instead of elevators might increase your creative output. These connections are not random. They reflect the interconnected nature of your mind-body system. When you improve one aspect of your functioning, the effect ripples throughout the entire being. The minimum effective dose. In pharmacology, the minimum effective dose is the smallest amount of a substance that produces a desired effect. The same principle applies to behavior change. Often we assume that the more is better, but research shows that there is usually an optimal minimum dose that creates maximum results. Examples of minimum effective doses: exercise. 7 minutes of high intensity interval training can be as effective as 45 minutes of moderate exercise. Meditation, 12 minutes daily show measurable brain changes in 8 weeks. Gratitude, writing 3 things you're grateful for takes 2 minutes but improves mood for hours. Learning, 15 minutes of focused practice can be more effective than 2 hours of distracted study. The consistency curve. Most people dramatically underestimate how long it takes for change to become visible. There is usually a lag between when you start a behavior and when you see results. This creates what I call the valley of invisible progress, where you are making changes but you can't see them yet. Understanding the consistency curve helps you navigate this valley. Phase 1, day 1 to 30, foundation building. Changes are happening at the cellular and neural level, but they are not yet visible externally. Phase 2, day 31 to 90, internal shifts. You begin to feel different internally, more energy, better mood, increased clarity. Phase 3, day 91 to 180, external manifestation. Other begins to notice changes in you, circumstances start shifting to match your new internet state. Phase 4, day 181 plus, compound acceleration. Changes begin to accelerate rapidly as multiple systems reaching tipping point simultaneously. Designing your small steps protocol. The key to successful small steps is making them so obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying that not doing them feels harder than doing them. Here is how to design your protocol. Make it obvious. Link the new behavior to an existing habit. Use visual cues and reminders. Eliminate ambiguity about when and where. Make it attractive. Connect the behavior to something you already enjoy. Visualize the long-term benefits. Find an accountability partner or community. Make it easy. Reduce the behavior to its smallest possible version. Remove any friction or obstacles. Prepare everything in advance. Make it satisfying. Celebrate immediately after completion. Track your progress visually. Share your wins with others. Remember, the goal is not to stay small forever. It is used to small steps as a bridge to larger transformation. Once a small step becomes automatic, you can gradually expand it or add new small steps to your report. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.